The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Don't do this. A former flame got her ultimate revenge, but instead of breaking her ex's heart, she took something else from him instead. It's not pretty. This 43-year-old woman ripped off one of her ex's testicles with her teeth. According to reports, Nunzia Del Vicio had been partying with cocaine and other drugs, then returned home. She then entered her ex's room naked and reportedly asked for a threesome. After he refused, things turned violent. The woman stated she acted in self-defense when she bit off one of the victim's testicles. A court found her guilty of assault and slapped her with a fine of $670. Sex, drugs, and serious harm. Does the punishment fit the crime?
Wow, Dr. Travis, that was a hard turn from the first topic.
Yes,
well,
it was.
Both wrong.
Yeah. This is a long way away from talking about, oh, ideal sex is 15 minutes. This was 15 stitches to get his testicle back in the testicular sac. And they were able, for the record, to sew things back together.
How fortunate. I mean, that's
went legitimately fortunate.
That it was a laceration in the scrotum, and that the testicle was okay. Everything that was connected to the testicle, obviously,
Drew,
was
there's nothing. I just want to clarify. There's nothing okay about this.
Well,
I was reading the story.
I have had this injury, not from a human bite, but a boating accident. I got up quickly and caught my.
Wait,
the holder on a cleat, so I ripped my scrotum.
Gosh.
So
I don't even have the parts that it hurts
on
me.
the beach, and my PA was there, so I called him over and I said, "Take a look, and we're going to go to the office. We're going to sew it up." And I said, "Now, if you see this, call the urologist. Otherwise, just sew it up." And
so you couldn't even look, Drew?
Heidelberg fencing scar on their face.
Yes.
Well, my fencing scar is down below.
I'm still confused.
Yes.
A cleat?
It's one of those things on a boat where you wrap the rope.
Oh!
A little anvil.
Oh,
yes.
my.
At what point did you know things weren't good?
I went out, and then I looked. There was a lot of blood, and I go,
oh, no, Drew.
So it was quite a scene.
But incidentally, it does highlight that these injuries can be pretty traumatic, and theoretically, if you detach the testicle from the spermatic cord, I mean, this could be a big-time injury, and hopefully, as in your case, as in the case of this gentleman in our story, they were able to salvage the testicle. But this is not one where you're grossed out by it and you just go to sleep and just, let's hope things put themselves back together.
It does heal very well, though.
It does?
Yes.
Okay, but obviously without treatment, permanent damage is possible.
It is possible, yes. Right. So, but other injuries, I mean, other emergency situations for men is you can get a torsion of the testicles where the blood supply is cut off. Obviously, we've talked about that prolonged erection, so-called priapism. That can permanently damage the penis so it doesn't work properly.
Yeah, and these are all things where you need to get it checked out.
Fractured penis can happen.
We just seem to hear more and more stories of, women are going to that region, whether it's using a knife to decapitate the penis, so to speak, or obviously, in the heat of the moment, we call it a guy's manhood. Is that what it is? In that moment in time? In this case, it sounded like a drug-fueled rage. But is it more of a? I'm trying to get at the right word. Is it more of just a reaction, or is this premeditated when someone does this?
Sometimes it's premeditated too, and honestly, I think it's just because when women are that scorned, certain women, not everybody, they're trying to get at your most prized possession.
Yes.
They know that it's the root of much of your self-esteem. They know where to hurt you. So women, try to find other ways to channel your anger. Please, please.
And look,
say hurt him in the wallet or hurt him in the.
And we didn't even get into whether or not a $670 fine was adequate.
That's ridiculous.
That seems like a pretty benign.
Very benign. Yeah. What were the mitigating circumstances?
We don't have time.
Was she under the influence?
We could spend an hour trying to figure out. Who knows? There are probably some other issues involved here.
Well, we hope he's doing better.